It's all right. Hey, I'm now going to do my interpretive dance of that trailer for you all here today. So, hi, my name is Jim Lee. I am co-publisher of DC Entertainment. I also draw comic books. I've drawn Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and I generally do one of these every Comic Con and kind of walk through different kind of art lessons. I think in years past we've done like how to draw hands and how to draw feet and how to draw dynamic figures. All that stuff is online on YouTube, so I hate repeating myself, so I'm going to do something a little different today. Thank you very much, Fletcher. And I thought I would start off with a little live drawing of, I'm going to draw something that's tied into the trailer you just saw, so it seems like we actually planned this in advance. Oh, see, so this is like, if you guys ever watch cooking shows on morning TV, they would always start with this and kind of walk through, and then they would just bring in something that was kind of half done. And so I'm going to just cheat to this, even though this really took like 30 seconds. So basically, this is a classic side shot of Superman. And I'll tell you that as I draw Superman, usually I'm just thinking about really the classic proportions. To me, he's got a very Roman kind of silhouette, a Roman nose kind of silhouette, which is somewhat prominent. And it's easy to do a side shot because you only have to draw one eye versus two eyes, and that always saves a little time. So I usually start with the eyebrows because they really convey a lot of the emotional content of a sketch or of a drawing. They say the eyes are sort of the windows to the soul, and to me it really starts with the eyebrows because the way they're shaped can really impact the final expression that you get. Then you have the forehead, the nose, the nostril, right, and then the grimace, the chin, and then that line basically comes up, goes up at some point. You have the ear here, comes down. You have the hair, and again, I'll just draw like every fourth or fifth hair because if you draw every hair like this, it's very time-consuming. It doesn't look right. Basically, when you draw larger clumps, the mind kind of fills in what's in between, and you basically get what you want with far less work, and it actually looks more real, even though you haven't drawn every single hair, right? And you have the chin that comes down here. You have these muscle tendons. I think these are tendons, muscles. I don't know, something like that. They come down here. And then we're doing classic Superman. Cape comes out of here, and you have that. And then you have the S shield. And the simplest way to draw a Superman shield is you draw your sort of home plate type shape. And then I think of, actually something I learned from an artist named John Byrne. I think of two fishes passing each other in the night, right? So if you think about it, I'm actually drawing the fish, not the S, right? So right? So there's fish one, there's fish two. All right, so you can take that one home, all right? Ta-da! Okay, so now I have to draw half a fish. Still easy, all right. So the cheekbone goes here, and then I'm going to take some ink. This is Rapidograph ink here. And I like it because you can carry it around like this, and you can just kind of pour it down where you need it to be. In this instance, I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to use this as an underdrawing. I got this paper towel. I found that it's rather than use a brush, sometimes it's easier just to take this and just kind of do this, right? So, right? I'm going to fill this in here. Chest. Whoops, sorry. Make it a little narrower. Nah, I'm not getting quite what I need here. All right. Okay, and then I take this, I'm going to go back in and just kind of add some more concrete shadows, right? Right. And so basically there's a light source that's over here and it's casting light this way, as you can tell from that. And, okay. Okay. A little bit there, a little bit here. So I'm basically, it looks like I'm kind of losing control of the drawing, but that's just not happening. Basically, so I'm adding the dark shapes, knowing that I'm going to come back in with white out and kind of pull out some of this detail. This shadow here is of the pec, right? And then the rib cage is down here somewhere, right? Okay, and then I'll go back in with a thin marker. This is a Micron. I know a lot of people are very kind of hung up on supplies. I just went to the art store. This is what they sell. Pigma Micron 0.5. It's got a medium-sized nib. And basically, again, I've got that core shadow, but it looks very abstract. It looks very harsh on the face. It looks like a mistake. It looks like a bunch of ink that I spilled on the face. But by going in here with a marker and just kind of going into it, now it looks like a continuum, right? It goes from light to dark, and it looks like I planned it. And I did plan it. I just didn't do it in the right order, right? So I put the dark shapes first, the core shadows, and now I'm just going through and adding detail. Okay. So, all right. And if you see, a lot of the lines are going this way to kind of reinforce this idea that that this energy or this light source is radiating out from the left to the right. Okay, so I can do the same thing here. And then when I get to the bottom, maybe I kind of darken it up. The same way if you did a vase, if there's a light source here, and then it might get a little darker towards the bottom, it kind of helps sell it, right? You guys are all familiar with that? You guys can all draw that if I brought you up here? All right, great. All right. There will be a test. All right, so then, and then I'm cross-hatching, right? So the cross-hatching basically creates another gradient. Same thing I did up here, I'm doing here, which is these lines are kind of fading into the black shadow. This harsh black shadow then comes out like that. All right. There's a collarbone, the clavicle, something like that. Again, very quick. And then the nose is like that. And then so you'll see these large black shapes I have that represent the shadows underneath the clumps of the hair. I'll go ahead and pull out individual hairs. It's like you can draw a line like that, and it just looks like a black shape, but as soon as I start adding a little detail at the end, at the beginning, right, it becomes, right, an eye, right? And if I add a couple, right, but you don't want to go and do every single one, like I said, because it looks weird, because that's not how we look at things. We tend to, there's too much visual information, so we kind of create our own shorthand in our minds, and that's actually how we kind of interpret things, not like that. If that makes sense. Okay. You look like you're ready to snatch this drawing out of my hand. All right, just make me nervous. All right, sorry.
My hand's in my pocket.
All right, stop this man if he runs off.
I'll stop him and jump.
Okay, all right.
I'll stop myself.
Okay, so we got Superman. Okay, and then I'll take white out. And I don't draw like this when I work in pencil, obviously. It's a very different kind of thing, but for the purposes of just showing you, this is one way of doing it. It's more like painting. So now I've got the dark shapes, and I'm pulling out the lightest shapes, right? Okay, maybe a hint of that ear. All right. Maybe that was too large here. All right. Kind of clean up some of the edges. Maybe find a little bit, kind of hint at that background there. All right. Right now, it's starting to kind of come together a little bit better, right? All right. So we got Superman. That's kind of harsh. Okay, right there. Hold on, let me lighten that up. That shadow's too dark. Okay. So I wanted to do something that tied into the theme that we just saw, and so it's essentially one of the last Comic-Cons. I kind of talked about how to draw hands and how you kind of start with this pentagon shape right here, right? Then you put the fingers that come out of these areas. Okay.
I can see the joint I broke.
Right. So what we're going to do, add some shadows going the other way. The knuckles, the tendons, right? The forearm. Let's put something here. So this is my Batman. Actually,
That's funny. No. Oh my god. Oh
Alright.
my god. Yes. Oh, that's so classic. Oh man. Oh man. That's so cool. Holy
all right. I don't want to spoil the movie for you, but
That is so cool. Yeah,
Right.
we have to kill.
let me put
I
the.
wouldn't kill anyone. Maybe badly injured. Just badly injured. Maybe. Depends how the sketch finishes.
Right.
I
So.
love it. So awesome. Wow.
I usually try to do something with, let's see what I got here.
That's so fun.
Credit card, room card.
Not
Ah,
his fingers.
I don't know whose room key this is,
I
but
feel like you have a favorite in the movie.
so you put a little ink on the tip of this, and then you can just kind of splatter it here. Right. I always secretly wanted to be one of those sidewalk artists that kind of took a spray can and drew
Did off their
Jupiter or whatever. And
Oh
anyway,
my god,
so
I have one of those from one of my friends. I watched him like, this is hilarious. He just like put it on his fingers, flipped it, you know. It's really cool. Like I'm like, man, I should try his graffiti art. It looks so cool.
And you get high off the paint, you know, right tools.
Yeah, I'm from Boise, right? We have this place in Boise called Freak Alley. Where they've got all
they always say I don't draw characters that smile. So in this, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. There you go. That's as far as it goes. All right, that one's done. Thanks. So,
Wow. That's so cool.
thank you.
That's awesome.
Very good, very good.
Are you giving it away or are you gonna keep that one?
So I am going to give this away.
Right here.
How much time do we have?
You
Huh?
the greatest.
All right, so I have this idea because I was looking at my badge. If you pull out your badge, there's a 6-digit number. Is that correct? All right, this is going to work because years past I've asked for like movie stub tickets to like Magic Mike, and it's always fun to see who goes to see that kind of movie. So I've got 6 numbers, right? So I'm going to call out the last 3 numbers. So if you have the last 3 numbers, just raise your hand. All right, I'm going to say 472. 472. 472. Okay, maybe not. All right, I'm gonna call it 2 digits because 3 might be too hard. 2 digits. The first hand up. Hey, Sud. Hey, how are you doing? Sorry, a friend of mine. 77. Right here. All right. Great. There you go. Congratulations. There you go. All right. What do we got? What do we? One more? One more? Now do the Batman beating down Superman one?
Yes.
All right. No. All right. So, all right. What do I got? I'm gonna do a lady. All right. That sounds very inappropriate, but I will.
You gotta get the other side.
All right. What? Wannabeast? No, I'm going to draw someone that was also featured in the trailer because I'm really trying to drive sales of movie tickets. I'm going to draw Wonder Woman really quickly. Is that cool? All right, all right. So with Wonder Woman, it's funny. I always talk about hourglass shapes or silhouettes. So I kind of do think of that, right? You start with that hour. And then you put that the head in there and then the cylinder for the neck. All right. So I really think about it from the standpoint of, all right. Basically, if you can draw a shape like that, okay, and that's your torso, right? That's the socket for the arm, the other socket for the arm, and then you do something similar for the pelvis. Just think of a pair of underwear or swimwear, right? Okay. Can you do that? This guy's very confident. Like, yeah. All right, then you draw that and that. All you do is go in, connect the two together, drop the legs down. The arm comes off that, right? And then the hand is about crotch high and kind of ends there. This is kind of Wonder Woman after she's kind of not worked out for several months.
A little flabby.
Downtime, yeah, downtime. But that's essentially kind of what we're going to do, all right? So like I said, I already kind of did something. I'm just going to work off this, even though it's got marks. I'll figure it out, fix it later. So very quickly. It's a watch I watch, and it doesn't always, yeah, 320, right. I have set new achievement highs for burning calories at the convention. That's kind of cool. All right, so I have time to do this? All right. He's the one that's controlling all this. Fletcher Chufong, everyone give him a big hand. Seriously, he organizes all this. His incredible staff takes care of you guys. You guys are safe. You get to see all these amazing things. All these great things it takes hours, days of preparation to put together, and he and his team do an astounding job every year, making sure all the talent and all the guests, the fans, are all treated kindly and appropriately, and I want to thank you, Fletcher. Yeah. I want to see you cry, please. Come on, man. I want to bring you to tears. All right. Okay, let's just go do this. All right. I usually start with the eyebrows, but I did not. I don't know why. But so the eyebrows are here. Got one eye here, the other eye here, right? The nose, and I'm only drawing one nostril, and then I'm going to draw the shadow of the nose on the other side of the lip, rather than drawing, well, it's 3/4 shots. So it would be weird to have both nostrils showing anyway, but in general, I'm not drawing the thing. I'm drawing the shadows underneath the thing, assuming the light source is above. Maybe a little dot to suggest this little trough here. Then the upper lip kind of goes there. The shadow of the lower lip is here. The chin kind of comes out that way. You can indicate a line that shows it. The ears are about parallel to the eyes, so we'll put one right here. The other one is over there, so mercifully we don't have to draw it. Okay, and the tiara, I kind of put it low. I put it low on the forehead, but do that, go like that. So that kind of gets me going, right? Okay, and then just got some schmutz there, right there. Okay, we're not going to go too pronounced with the Adam's apple. This is the center, the little shadows of the, what is that, clavicle, right? There's never a doctor at Comic-Con. Like, no one ever, anyway, so you get the shoulders. From that point down, we're going to go down about 135 degrees, and we're going to draw this eagle head here, and then it's going to come here, right? There's no secret to drawing the logo. I'm just making it up as I go. Hoping that it turns out right, right. I think it's supposed to form a W, and I think I screwed it up. But anyway,
It's a bad symbol.
yes. Okay. Yikes. Too far. I'm going to fix that. So basically, I have to as I'm drawing this, I'm thinking about where her backbone is, right? So it's if we had to draw something here, we would have. Sorry. If we were to draw something here, we would have. All right. I'm very slow in Pictionary, by the way. Very, very literal. Okay. All right. Right? Right there, right? Okay, now. It's going to go like this, right? Right? So as I'm drawing, I'm thinking of this, right? All right. Can you see it? All right. Clavicle goes here. Then you have the chest, right? The rib cage. Right. So just want to make sure it all lines up. And really, these shapes really are the same thing, right? Isn't this the rib cage here? Right? And then this is the pelvis. Right? Then you have the stomach that goes here, the liver goes here, some big intestines, a lot of work. So think about all that as you draw this. It should turn out okay. Sorry for that digression. Okay, so that's the bottom of that line here represents the bottom of the rib cage. Super, super important angle where that goes. I'm going to cheat and put that over there. Belly button goes here. All right, we're going to do the hips come out here. Arm comes out here. Shoulder, bicep. You know what? I screwed up. I'm going to do something different here. No. I'm going to put a shield. There we go. Woo. All right.
Captain America.
These are secrets. No one taught me this. I am now saving you guys hours on your deadlines going forward. When I drew Wonder Woman, she had a shield and she had a cape. And there's reasons, because the cape can fall in front of her body. You don't have to draw it. And the cape and the shield, whatever. You guys have figured it out, right?
Last time, I know.
So through the magic of whiteout. Da-da-da. All right. Perfect. We love this. We love it. She's got her cape. Well, you know what? Even better. We're going to put that cape over here. Okay. Cape here. Cape goes over the form. You have to think of the form underneath the same way. I'm like thinking of the skeletons and the organs underneath. Okay. Okay. And then the hair. Now she's got a lot of volume in the hair, so we're going to put as much of that in shadow as possible. Right? And that's off, so that's going to be like that. Sorry. Okay, there we go. All right, that looks really weird. I was going to put the eyes in last just to show you how important it is, but it's kind of freaking me out because I draw them earlier than I do, and she doesn't look like she's alive until I kind of put this in. Okay. So what I'm doing with the eyeball really is I'm not drawing this, because that's how we mostly draw eyes, which is really freaky. It's like an apple, right? An apple has, this is a shorthand for an apple. That's a reflection of a window in the school, because the kid's giving the apple to the teacher. And so we're going to have that kind of same idea here, but we're going to simplify it and just do it as a circle. All right? And then if it's really far away, this is a circle and there's like liquid inside. That liquid's going to pick up reflection that's bouncing off the top part of the cheek. And so a lot of times I just draw half the eye like this, right? Back there, it looks more like an eye. Up here, it looks still really weird. But you can sort of see that I'm basically approximating it. So if you look at this eye, it's really something like this. That's right there, okay? Okay, put some shadows in. Maybe have a little wind pickup here. Just makes it look a little more dramatic. Put a shadow there. Put some, these are called core shadows. You basically put them on things to kind of give things texture. If her armor is metallic, it's going to have a core shadow. The same way if you're doing metal, gold bars or whatever. Gonna have a star here. I'm going to approximate that star. And as I do this, all along I'm thinking of, well, I got to go back and fix that. I got to fix that. And it's just like this laundry list of to-do things that I have. And so in a way, I'm drawing with one part of my brain and kind of keeping mental notes of things I need to work on as I finish this up. And I realize I got to get rid of these lines too. Okay. All right. Getting closer. It's almost done. 3:30. Okay. Okay. So I have kind of the basic shapes, and now I'm going to go in and add a little more detail, the same way I did on that Superman drawing. I'm going to tighten up some of these all-important aspects of her face. I'm going to add a little reflection, the same way I did this here, core shadows on the metal up here. I'm going to add detail to kind of pull out what it is that we're looking at, its hair. So there will be some strands that you'll see. That's bugging me. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay. And I'm going to finish up this lower lip. That top lip is in shadow. Okay. Okay, getting closer. Still doesn't look quite right. Maybe move that over here. Okay, move. Finish this up here. And also you'll notice that I'm basically, sometimes I kind of beef up lines. And it's just all about creating weight. You have this shoulder, so the light source is up here, the line is lighter up here, and then when it gets away from the light source, I'm going to make it a little thicker, like that, to kind of indicate more volume, right? Does that make sense? Okay. And then when it comes out of the shadows, it gets lighter again. Okay. Okay. Thought I had a pencil. So sometimes on sketches like this, I'll go ahead and use a pencil. Oh, sure. Sometimes on sketches like this, I'll go in with a pencil and add a little rendering so things kind of pop out. Okay. Okay. Same thing down here. I'm going to just pull sort of those lines out of the black areas that I put down. So generally when I ink myself, this is kind of the process. It's a lot slower than this, very time consuming. And I have a sort of a plan in my head as I start and kind of move through it. This shape here really doesn't make much sense. Put this over here. Okay. I need to put something right here, kind of firm that up. She looks curiously unexpressive. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Okay. All right, so I want to go back over to this. I'm going to add some quick backgrounds here. This is how I do stormy clouds. It's a lot of fun. You just kind of put some ink down. You take your thing, and then you kind of move in small circles like this. And you kind of make sure that they don't match up, right? And white is the most powerful thing you can put down on a page. It's where the eye is kind of drawn to, and so I'm going to kind of leave a little bit around her face so that no matter what we do, right, we're looking at her eye there. I'm going to add some shadow here to kind of give it some texture. Give it that. The thing is, you have to also put this completely behind the figure to make it feel like it's in the background and not something that you just kind of put around her. So I know that as I do this, I have to come back in with whiteout to recreate the edge and the silhouette, which I'm going to do right now. So. Okay, fix this up here. Okay. Put a little bit here. So I'm pulling out some highlights of the hair. Pulling out this silhouette here. Pull that here. Fix this here. Okay. Almost done. These are like brush pens. I don't know if you guys have ever worked with these, but they're probably kind of cool. Maybe we'll put like a, I don't know, like a horse thing here. All right. Sorry, I had to use other parts of my brain to focus and get this done. Kind of shut down my ability to talk. All right, I'm almost done here.
Take your time.
No, I got to be somewhere else. Unfortunately, I would love to draw all day for you guys. All right, so I'm done.
I can write Wonder
Woman,
in
right?
Greek.
There you go. There you go. Oh, forgot something. Fix that. Okay. All right. I don't like these. Hold on one second.
He's like, I can't finish.
I hate when I do that too.
Very bad hair day. Sorry. Try to
It's been
prepare.
battle. It's been through
That's right,
battle.
battle. That's right. Hold on. Let's do that. There's a little bit of
Yeah.
storytelling right here, right?
There it is.
It's so cool.
You're awesome, Jim.
It's
Hold on
awesome.
one second. I got one last thing.
The skeleton of Batman.
Oh. Man, you don't like Batman too much. Killing him
Or
off.
Ben Affleck.
Kill him
I
and
don't
kill him and killing him off in two.
I'm gonna let this dry here. Hold on.
Got beat by a Greek. The Greeks always win. Except when faced by the Romans.
How many of you speak Latin?
Me, I
All
speak.
right, sure. Okay.
buddy.
Yes. All right. Make sure you can read this. All right. So you have your badges again? 77. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. All right. Hold on a sec. Let me get this to dry quickly. It's the worst shield ever. Okay. Okay. All right.
Right on that. Oh
All
my
right.
gosh.
I'm looking for the number. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm looking for the number 31. I heard him first. Sorry. Close. Here you go, sir.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you. All right. Thank you guys for hanging around, paying attention. Here you go. There you go.
Yeah, that one?
Sure. Go ahead.